Pounders, welcome back. Happy Friday night. Tonight, we're going to be drafting some Best Ball Mania. We also had the Dalmatian and the Little Dalmatian released today. We snuck into a Corgi slow draft, about 90% full, the single entry. I got lucky once. I got the 101. 5.3% of drafts so far post NFL draft have been from the one spot with Chase. Would love to get, however, we have better news. Huge update coming to bestballoverlay.com where the combo tool is getting a facelift, where you will be able to sort by average pick and see your combos that way, which is insane. It's quite the update. And let's see if I can pull up the Discord here to give you a little sneak peek. It's not live yet, but it could be tomorrow. I want one more feature on there. I know Josh puts out an update. I'm like, more. What if it did this? What if it? My ideas are so I have to scale them somehow. But I do think we are on a crazy track here. Let me pull this up so you guys can see it. Stop screen, share screen. So this is what it's going to look like. You'll see me draft with it tonight too. But just to do a quick explanation, so you draft Chase at 1. Your average pick on the way back around, you're going to see your exposure to JT Higgs. So you can really quickly identify where you're too heavy, where you're too light. Of course, my 5.5% Chase team, we need a feature where I can just get more 101s. I need to turn that on right now. How do I turn that on? But yeah, obviously you see the correlation here with Trey McBride, but best thing, you add a player, right? You say you draft Trey McBride, where we're very heavy at 41%. Okay, how do I get different with that third pick? And it's going to populate so fast. And it makes the difference. Like draft tools that will actually give you an edge in the draft room. So I do think there are certain tools for certain people that would be more beneficial. These are them. Like there's really no one out there that I've seen that's giving good drafters an edge to become great. Right? You're seeing a lot of products that will provide a pick for you based on inputs you have no idea what the inputs are. They're all subjective. Like sims that are created, and this is like one of the conversations that we're having today. It's so weird because I invite it. Like, go, please use those draft tools and jump in my late night lobbies. If you're watching content, if you find these products, you're more likely than not watching content. So you already have a better edge than the badgeless, new to best ball drafter or whatever. Like people have badges and they played best ball golf to get it because it's really shit. But how much of an edge versus ADP are the Sims, which not all Sims are created equal. I hate to say it, but what Sims? What Sims are we using? What Sims are we using? Because if you're going out and you're creating your own Sims, you are going through each team each week, how many expected offensive plays they're going to have, trying to calculate the defensive side of the ball as well, but targets, yards, touchdowns per game for every week 1 to 17. It's hard enough to predict what's going to happen week 1, right? And Sims need data. The only data you have is last year. Well, we had the NFL draft. We have coaching changes. We have trades. We have player changes, right? So that's where it's like Sims are wildly inefficient for season-long football. Don't be worried. People overreact. Like, it's over. Fucking over. Done. Sims will be helpful for Battle Royale. Without a doubt. Like, you give a few weeks of data, it's what it needs. You feed it the data. Now we actually have something to go off of, right? And that's something that we most likely will have to adapt to for our Battle Royale tools. And we will. So welcome in. Happy Friday night. We're doing biz. We are drafting as many teams as possible. I'm finishing up on a single dollar draft, just testing the new update on the draft tool before it goes live. It's it's pretty sick. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Meg, you'll see it. Draft with the zip. Yeah, I got it up, dude. I got it up. People acting like the world's gonna end tomorrow. It's pure chaos. Let me like one of the tools, Cranes, right? Like they go in online and they show you, like they tell you like what it is, right? And it's one dude's projections. Like not like some high powered computer using 50 years of data, which wouldn't matter anyways. One sec, let me make these 2 picks here. Ah, man, a lot of fun. It's like you gotta know what's gonna help you, right? If you don't know what's gonna help you, that means sorry, you're probably the weakest person in the draft room. Like, if you don't know what's going to give you an edge, if you don't know how to get an edge, what you specifically need, right, to give you an edge, you're probably behind anyways. You're probably starting off behind. Doesn't mean you can't get caught up to speed, but you probably started off a tick behind. Let me pull this up. Da, 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 da. Share screen. So, like, we have it right here. Okay. We've accounted for injury, bench, suspension risk, as well as a number of other factors. Then we, Shady Advice, created a week by week simulations accounting for the effects of both in game, season long correlation, then result of the sims that predict exactly how many points every relevant NFL player will score in each week. You know how fucking hard that is? Like, you know how difficult that is to even like come up with those numbers? And you get one fucking thing of like news, player news in the off season, change you gotta change the calculation. Like, tick up the targets, tick down the targets on all these players. So incredibly hard to manage, and big shout, like, honestly, like, this is not a slander fest. This is like people are leveling up, right? And you have to know how and when it's going to be good for you. Right? You have to weigh your options. And that's one of the ones where it's like, holy smokes, that is incredibly, incredibly hard to do. And you can ask people that do projections, right? It's not easy. It's not an easy world out there in projection land. So waiting on one person for this BBM. We're gonna get it started. We have the new update up. You guys will see how that works as we draft. Who do we pick in this? A little $1 draft. I didn't think I was gonna do any, but actually perfect for testing, 'cause it doesn't matter if you miss it realistically. Alright, we get the 12 hole. Luckily, it's a 20-second draft here. I actually like drafting from the 12, basically guaranteeing myself a chip, so we feel pretty good about that already. More updates. You can add any week you want on here. So, really love the Underdog UI. It's another thing I didn't get to touch on yet. The how clean is the Underdog up? They found someone that could code, and that got Josh worried. So Josh is like, "Damn, I have to step up my game." So then he gives the combo tool a facelift, which now you can pull it anywhere. Um, it's the sort by average pick is really sick, and you'll see that in a second. Really helpful for drafting on the go. But yeah, also the adding any weeks helpful maybe for weekly winners, stuff like that. But um, yeah, we'll see who comes to us at the 12th hole. We're expecting one of Nico Amonra, hopefully. And we'll see where A-Chain goes. I love the Underdog update. Look at this. A little room for the tool too. No way. No way you did that. It's like it's meant to be. Like it's meant to be. Little Gibbs at the 2 hole. Couple badgeless in here. BBM. This is number 51 or 52 for us. We're feeling pretty good. Albug's in the house. Dad's back. Dad is back. Come here. Come. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. thoughts on the Dalmatian payout structure? It's let's have a second look at it together. 4 out of 12 advance out of round 1, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 8. Very small final, 250K up top, 30K to first. So it is over 10%, not very much, but you still have now it's just under 10% to second. So that looks really good to me. 23 pays 10x, which is good. You get your money back for advancing, so it is gonna be a little higher in the playoff weeks, but it's not like, okay, you didn't come in first, like, good luck next year, you still get some pretty thick payouts, so that's good to see. Yeah, I like it. 4 out of 12 advance, so you do all 3, you're expected to have 1 team with no calculated edge, and then it's a little easier to advance in the playoff week. This is a contest that a pounder, shout out Drew, took down last season. Let's go. Ooh, okay. First, let's bring in Amon-Ra, and let's see what we got here. Shenty, 5.6%, it's actually really low. Achan's 11%. Let's do it here. Let's go with Genty. I will work on my Achan exposure tomorrow. Maybe in the next one. I've been ahead on Achan, which feels good. We're at 13.4% in season in just like all tournaments, but in BBM, I've been pretty intentional on scooping. So what's also cool is this list is right here to switch between tournaments. So it couldn't be easier. It literally couldn't be easier. Mm-mm. All right. Let's pull up the draft board. Yeah, Achan goes next. Henry, Drake London, AJ Brown with neighbors. No one doing anything too crazy just yet. ER7 in the house. What's up, baby? If you guys enjoy the stream, do the thing. Hit the like so we can do a second draft tonight. Hit the subscribe button if you guys enjoy the stream, of course. Oh, you know what it is. You know what it is. I love I love even how the draft board looks. It's just very, very clean. Like, didn't change a whole lot, but looks very good. It's very sharp. So do appreciate that. Do appreciate that. So next update I want in this, and it might happen before it's released because this is being released. Supposed to be tomorrow. We'll see. It's ready. Like it works perfect, but I want it to filter out, or at least have an option like a checkbox, so drafted players will just filter out automatically. I think that would be very, very helpful. But I mean, you can just scroll as well. It's not the hardest thing in the world. Not the hardest thing in the world to just scroll. 3 Amon-Ra teams, huh? And they all have Brees Hall. Like, that's something that I like, obviously would have never known, but yeah, they fall in line by ADP. So maybe a little less 12 hole, get Brees at 36, but yeah, he's just been rising just a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't know about daily, dude. Just really been enjoying the dad life with the 2 boys. The youngest is now 6 months. We have a couple day, 4-day, 4-night vacation. We leave Sunday, so, I would love to. I would absolutely love to, just, like, it being realistic, not as much. We will get back to a lot more streams than we have been doing, but I like taking that break during the information lull where you're not getting a ton of updates. Wow, look at this. We're at 31. What the fuck? Like, what? Oh, man. You just had the 12 hole, just like, what is happening? Why can't look at this. Allen at 20, Lamar at 26. We're just back here, and it's just gonna be by ADP when it gets to us. You already know. You already know. Yeah, 24-hour live stream. Uh, thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. Appreciate your green beans. Gotta eat your green beans, man. You gotta eat your green beans. But yeah, this next update's wild. Just being able to see it go is so. Mm, mm. Terry goes. Our Mike Evans is what? Whoa. 0. I wanna make sure that 0 shows up on here too. Make a note of that. I think we might just go Evans plus Kyron here. 66%. Do I care? Do I care? What's my more looking like? Wow, 0 with I only have a couple teams though, so it doesn't truly matter. Um, I have a lot. I have a lot of DJ Moore. Let's go Kyron here at pick 37. We'll just be AFK right now to start the draft. Double RB, 2 receivers, and let's start cooking now. Let's start cooking. Another thing, like, if I wanted to see which this is 0 already, going Amon-Ra plus Genty. We didn't have any, so I mean, we got different after pick 2, so it didn't really doesn't do a whole lot. For BBM, I think I had 1 that was not BBM, 1 or 2. Anyone got the gambling phone number? I can't stop buying Pokemon cards, bro. Oh, no. Oh, no, like, you ripping packs, you ripping them online, you buying them in person. What's the situation here, ER7? What's the situation? What is the situation? Online packs. The online pack no, 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 tell me no. Like, the what's not? The whatnot? I don't know what it's what, but that shit's crazy. I went through a phase. Not Pokemon card, NFL cards, but I went through a phase. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Not healthy. Not healthy. So, I've been there, bro. I've been there. I did get a little lucky, though. I did get a little lucky. My first ever graded card was a 10. That's usually good. It's usually Borrow at 49, interesting. I like the JMO Pickens pick for the 2 year, actually making a pretty decent recovery, going JMO Pickens there. Yeah, it's yeah. No beers. No beers are safe tonight. We already actually had a little coffee Baileys too, so we're zipping right now. We're zipping. The Ponzi? Are you talking about the Whatnot app? I feel like I would be a phenomenal ripper. Look at me, a phenomenal ripper. Like, I hate going to the post office, like, to mail people shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't. I can't. I can't be bothered. Like, you go to the post office, and the second you pull in, someone pulls in behind you, you already know it's a fucking race to the front door because this person's gonna have at least 4 packages, and they're shipping out of state. Like, it's going international, guaranteed. And she'll be like 78, and it'll be the fastest she's moved in years. And she'll beat you to the door. If you're not paying attention, she'll beat you to the door. It's not one of those ones where they hold it. Not at the post office, bro. You no, you play for keeps. Second you park the car, you better have the package on your lap. You better have the envelopes on your lap, man. Be stuck there for 45 minutes. I'm only kidding, kind of. Let the old lady in behind you. All right. Uh, mm, 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 mm. I know what I wanna do. We should double tap here. Realistically, we should double tap. I wanna turn off week 15. The week 15 thing's a little too much. A little too much for me. We're going Olave, Minnesota, we could week 17, Detroit. It's just I don't get, like, the suspension. Do we care? Do we go the double stack with Chris? I want Addison. I want more Addison, and I have 12.9%. I understand he's going to fall. However, how far, right? Like, you'll put him behind if he gets a 3-game suspension, like, you're gonna put him behind is he gonna fall behind Myers? Maybe. That's they're still kinda tiered the same, in my opinion, even if that happens. Like, it's he might fall behind some of these running backs, but, like, I'm not putting him behind Frankie Pearsall. So, BBM, I'll get my shares later. Still have 90 something drafts. In the other contests that are gonna close quickly, I'm drafting him I like my favorite in the range, basically. Even understanding that he's going to have a 3-game suspension, understanding you're not playing for week 1, 2, or 3, and you got that dome game against Detroit week 17, uh, I don't care if he's a bad advance rate player, and that's, I think, the difference between me and a lot of other people is, like, people will really heavily focus their advance rates, and I'm focusing on my 5 or 6 teams I get to the final to have the strongest team possible. I do that in regular fantasy football. I will draft a team and I will start out fucking 2 and 3, 2 and 4, and I'll have to fight back, but my team will have the highest upside for the playoff weeks and week 17, the championship week, and every time I make a trade, it's focused on week 17. So, also gonna have those ranks coming out for half PPR leagues for you guys in the next few days as well. So excited about that. I think my win rate's still over 30%. We might have dipped into the high 20s after last year's 3rd place finish, but I only do 2 leagues at a time. I've done 3. It's just for me to want to win both of them, it's gotta be 2. One's a $600 league and one's a $200 league, so that's that's plenty, especially with all the best ball and now battle royales, like, two's it, man. Two's it. Got the league I run, and then I got my buddy's league that's also very fun. Start 3 wide receivers, get rid of the kickers. Back to business, boys. Oh, oh, heaven forbid. Heaven forbid, coolers. You hate to you already know. You hear this, you just join an underdog draft right away. There's never any service in there, like a bunker or mail, a mail. Genty, Kyron, Amon-Ra, Evans, Olave, O'Dunes. Dear God, me and Allen do not to Chicago. Like, that's the Keenan Allen being up in the air today still is I don't know about nerve-wracking, but, like, if he somehow does not play football this year, him going at pick 200 is really not gonna affect too much. Yeah, you wanna avoid zeros, but the upside case versus the downside, to me, seems like there's a lot more upside. I mean, shit, if he goes to Arizona, like, we're cooking. We're cooking. You go to the bank and you just say, "I would like a $2 million loan," and then they're like, sir, I need to see your credit." And you just show them your Keenan Allen exposure, and it'll pass. Like, it just passes there. This is so clean. This I doesn't I need to go to the Stefon Diggs rehab clinic. We're relapsing. We're we are relapsing. We could go Bakey Baker. Nope. Nope. Start at RB. Mm, let's give us another option at QB. I don't mind on the way back around. Caleb, May, Goff. Give me a receiver here. Another reason why I like drafting a lot of digs is I am landing on more May, which I just like where May goes in that range. I like a lot of these QBs, as you can see. Caleb 15%, Dak 15, Drake May 15, very even between the 3. Would like to mix in some more love. It's just I'm not landing on as much Reed, I'm not landing on as much Golden, which makes sense why I have less love. However, I do want more craft. Where are we at? 6.5? I yeah, that's been some of my focus, since the last time you guys have seen me get my craft exposure up, get my Rico exposure up. That's been big for me as of late. We're at now 13.4%, 405 total entry fees. In my opinion, there's no reason he should be going behind Roshan Johnson. So the latest CSV update that I put out, if you guys are subscribed to the Maxer or any tier of the Patreon, you get the CSV. Really, really been liking the last update I put through. Let's see. Baker goes, Mahomes goes at 90 to the Rice team at 31. Just good job, sir. Just good, like, congratulations. Good job. Puka Lad, Rashi at 31 somehow. A riser, like a current riser in today's landscape, especially for BBM. He gets him at the old price. Like, oh my god, let's pull up Rashi Rice's player movement here through the whole contest of BBM. All right. Started at 38, day one of BBM opening. Isn't that crazy? Man, we gotta look through some of those early teams. I know we were smashing it early. Not crazy, like 16 to 18%, but yeah, he got him at the May 8th price. Good for you, sir. What is this room? What is this room? Ooh, I like this. The little Hurts, Devonta Smith with JT, Bucky, Jefferson, 4 spots cooking right now. Judy, Myers, Ayuk, Cup, cooking, cooking, cooking. Steven House, what's up, baby? When's your next match for the Jeopardy you guys are doing? When's the next Jeopardy match? That's yeah. Yeah, that guy does or girl does not want to see happiness for Adam. Like that's what I'm reading. I took Lamb and Pickens and a puppy. And someone just took Dak at 76. That you did this person dirty. You don't even know it. You don't even know it. But at some point in your underdog career, you did that person dirty. You gotta take a long look at that username this Wednesday. Hell yeah. Are you playing do you play the winner at the very end? Is that is that where the final boss comes in? Or do you get mixed in earlier than that? Okay, this is falling directly how we wanted it. We can just do this and be very happy. Caleb and I mean, we are certainly going Jared Goff here. Certainly. And we're probably going I don't mind Bateman here either. I just don't think we get May or yeah, like we can't bank on getting May. Like we're up in 22 picks, boys. We gotta double tap here. We gotta double tap here. We feel pretty good in this pocket of QBs too. I do think this is one of the stronger areas. And this is where it's like, man, do we just suck it up? But it's, today, BBM, we don't have all the news. Do we still bump Addison ahead of Romo Dunze with that exposure, right? But then we wouldn't have landed on this stack with Rome and Caleb. So I'm good with it. We're at peace. We're at peace. Let's check our Roma Dunze with Caleb 78%, so very heavily correlating my Roma Dunze shares here. 9 of them. Good. I like to see that. I wonder if we get Wilson Loveland to fall to us. Overlays highlighting the week 16, week 17 matchups, and then the big green square around is the player stack. Yeah, that's what I thought. So you're playing at the end, but we changed it, and I faced Herzeg, lost in a close one, then lost versus Neil in the play-in losers bracket. So I'm out. No way. You went. No way. Yeah, I wish I could have played in it, but just the schedule's been hectic with the 2 boys. Schedule's been hectic. One's got a fever tonight, like, it doesn't stop, but we put him to sleep and we got downstairs. He's he's dosed up. We'll dose him again at midnight. Doesn't stop. If you're watching this and don't have kids, no, there's no message. There's no they're great. They'll keep you young. They will keep you young. Then you lose all your hair. Easy on the tight ends. Easy. Chill. Come on. Everyone's got a tight end. You need a wide receiver 5. Hold on. Holding on by a thread. I am tempted to just go up and grab one of these guys. If dear Lord, baby Jesus. Hold. Let's go. Feels good. Feels good, boys. Feels good. I might actually go Spears here too. Where do we double tap the titties? First one's Colston. I love this price on him. If you find out that he's like practicing in training camp, like you're cooking. We're cooking. Let's go Goddard. Let's go Goddard. I was thinking about doing the Spears Pollard thing, but we started off Genty, Kyron with the Monra, Evans pretty strong at RB. We can still take a little longer break here. We'll double tap tight end there. Was tempted to bring Fergie Ferg up, but who saw the clip of Elijah Moore today or yesterday, whenever it came out? Who saw it? Might be the best receiver on Buffalo. I'm just kidding. After one cone drill, no pads, like, nah, it's he definitely looks quick though. Definitely looks quick. He ended up as my number 1 owned player in the big board, so I'm just glad that he's out there and he can look decent. Like, you know, he got added to a team pretty late, but it's not a bad situation. Like, how certain are we that Palmer's the guy? How certain are we that, like, Cam Coleman's gonna take that jump? I'm not, and then at the end of the day, does it matter for Buffalo, right? Like, if you just ignored every pass catcher on Buffalo, you'd probably be fine, right? You would probably actually be better off avoiding every Buffalo receiver than trying to find out the right one that's gonna smash ADP. All I know is the later the better. The later the better. Yeah. Dude, that was such a what a meme. What an absolute meme on the Twitter machine. That was the first thing I saw today, and then I saw the RTA shit, and I was like, "Alright, Twitter, man. Just, like, stick to posting your 5.4 out of 10 BBM teams. Like, that's what we wanna see. We wanna know that the game's still beatable and that, like, you got your single stack that no one cares about. Pat Bryant at 146. It's crazy. So, like, teams like Denver, teams like Arizona, where it's like Michael Wilson, I still view these guys as, like, tough. They bring in Evan Ingram, so I'm expecting Evan Ingram to be the fucking number 2 there, right? So, like, Pat Bryant, you're like, wide receiver 3 at best. If they don't add, I still think Keenan Allen, not that he's gonna end up in Denver, but Fergie there, really nice. Really, really nice, and this is probably a double tap. This is a dirty double tap I'm gonna do. We're going Wright and Dowdle. We might be done at RB. Wright and Dowdle. Just say, "See you later." Roshan staring me in the face. He's like, "Pick me, pick me." Can't do it. Can't do it. Yeah, we'll just go get our guys. Alright, 2552. Interesting. Definitely not my norm here through 14. Goff, Caleb, Genti, Kyron, Tony Pollard, Jalen Wright, Rico Dowdle, Monra, Evans, Olave, Odunze, Diggs, Colson Love, and Goddard. You could stop here at 2 tight ends if you're thinking Colson Loveland's gonna start quick and get up to speed. I would prefer to probably bring in a 3rd tight end in this situation. Um, even if it's like a Hunter Henry. But Monra, Evans, this will probably be 7 receivers. We could stop here at RB. We're most likely done at RB. Very interesting. Interesting build. I like to get different teams, and this one's definitely different for my portfolio here. So like that. We like that. All right, we doing a second draft tonight. How many likes we got? 33. What did I say? 40? 40 likes for a second draft. If you guys want to see another one, make sure you guys smash the like button here. We have a shit ton watching on the Twitter machine. We have 51 on Twitter. So it might take a few of you boys to hit the link and jump over from Twitter. Log into your YouTube. Wow, someone's high on Chiggy and Mason Taylor. Hunter Henry, some of these tight ends are going off pretty early. No? Henry at 160? Yeah, around. That's not crazy. Around's not crazy. Chiggy more so at 168 is like you probably could have gone at back around, but okay. Sure, sure. People get worried about Rashawn Johnson. I mentioned this the last time we were live. Like, this is someone last year who didn't get mentioned at all. He didn't get mentioned in the offseason at all. So you're seeing you're seeing a very similar approach from a different coach, which is wild. But I'm still clicking him, and he's been falling. Like I just got him 24 picks after ADP earlier today, and I think that was BPM as well. Like I have to. Nick was in that draft. Like we just spoke about how like Dowdle should probably be going ahead of Roshan. Like, and I did that, and then Rashawn Johnson still came back to me. I'm like, all right, okay, this is where we draw the line, boys. This is where we draw the line. Yeah, B-Mac, you, like, have to at this point. It's disrespectful to not take him at ADP right. Yeah, I think we just take a Cincinnati piece because can you even win BBM without a Cincinnati piece? We have 15% on too. Good little spot to bring in Juszczyk. This next pick's kinda just pick your poison. I'm not a big Michael Wilson guy, I'm not gonna lie. What are we, though? Don't have a shit ton for correlation here. I honestly am just gonna reach all the way the fuck up. Judge me, boys. Judge me. Go grab your Diami Brown 5th-year breakout. Uh, Name another RB with 1K yards from last season in that range. 100%. Like, how? How does he go behind Roshan? And I was Mr. Roshan. I still have a shit ton. But, like, bro averaged under 3 yards per carry. He got saved by a couple of 10-point games on the goal line. He ends up being an okay pick. He would have been honestly, last year he was a good pick because he was the RB2, and the RB1 just didn't get hurt. So if RB1 did get hurt, he would have got there, been even more important just because of the workload. But yeah, it would have been wildly inefficient. Uh, you're probably expecting pretty similar. Like you're hoping for him to steal the goal line work, but now they. I don't know how worried I am about the guy they drafted, but Manan guy. Yeah, you're gonna keep waiting, Nick. You're right. Like, uh, it's pretty crazy because my initial thought going to Carolina was like, oh fuck, like I'm gonna have to draft more of them. Like this is a good spot for him, and then he falls. Like, what is the market doing? Like, he has standalone value potentially. Like, let's just say he's getting 20-25% of the workload. He's getting 6 touches a game on average for pick 174, and then the potential for a huge workload, which we've seen him. Like, this is 274 touches. Okay. Yeah. Just the situation is like he probably should be up 2 rounds, so we'll just scoop him somewhere in between. Not too worried about the average price that I have on him versus where he goes. I really don't care about that. It's cute to share it on Twitter and stuff, but it doesn't matter. How much money did you make week 17? So, I'm thinking we go Danny Dimes here as a 3rd QB. It's why we reached up for AD, and then we just pick whoever the hell we want for our last pick. Monra, Evans, Olave Odo's. It's gonna be a receiver. It's probably gonna look like this. We just did not connect on any correlation for the playoff weeks. I'm not going Naylor. I'm not going Ty Felton yet. Roman Wilson's interesting right now. Keenan Allen denied going to Pittsburgh a couple weeks back. It does make you feel, ooh, here goes Jones. And there goes A-Rich. I was going to do it too. You freaks. You freaks. I think we're just going to go Wicks and Roman Wilson here. Let me see who we got at RB. We could go in RB as well. Just like no one's that inspiring besides Jarquez, and I have a shit ton. I think I would just rather go another receiver here and lean into these RBs. We'll end up with the 2-5-3. Interesting that we got double tap there. I would have went A-Rich too, but it's okay. I'm not too worried about it. Genty, Kyron, Tony Pollard leaning into this early capital here. Jalen Wright, Rico Dowdle, Goff and Caleb's fine. Goff had how many finishes as a top 3 QB last year? Like he 2 or 3. So I mean, he can have those spike weeks. We are double stack with Chicago. I like it. I like it. It's a well balanced team. Does he? It's like not even, right? Like 500 yards is the dude could probably just get around like 80 points and be fine for that range. He won't be a hit, but with the potential of the RB1 going down, that's where you make your money. right? With these RBs that go late, they're so super cheap, but then there's an injury, and now they're they're RB 13 on DK, right? So, you got him as RB 72. So, he's probably more like but you gotta over exaggerate. That's what the Italians do, at least. That's what I hear. Alright, we're gonna need another brewski. That was that one felt pretty good for, a BBM. I would have liked to get Daniel Jones, another QB with the rushing upside. What's your confidence rate on Daniel Jones? If you guys are watching this afterwards, what's your comment below? What's your confidence rate on Daniel Jones playing week 17? Like, and then you think about the other side of the coin, right? What's your confidence rate on Anthony Richardson playing week 17? We're most likely you're more likely than not. We're expecting Daniel Jones to start the year. We're having injury FUD come up with A-Rich's throwing shoulders, similar injury to last season that held him out. Dan Jones is starting the year. Does A-Rich come back at some point? Can he hold on to the job? Right? We haven't seen anything that showed he can, but when he plays, he's gonna have some spikes. So do you see Daniel Jones twice? Do they ride out Daniel Jones until like can he win a few early games? Can he get to like 4-5 and then they lose 2 or 3 games in a row? 3 or 4 games, and then A-Rich comes in at the end of season. That's like the upside case for A-Rich. But is it a ping pong match? Like, you see Daniel Jones, you see A-Rich, nothing changed. They go back to Daniel Jones at the end of the season. Yeah. No, without a doubt. A-Rich can win you all the money in week 17 because when the dude plays, he has, like, a 35% chance to finish as a top 3 QB on that week with 140 yards in the year. That's the best part. That's the best part. It's like, it's nothing special that he does through the air. It's always it's always on the ground, and that's the concern with him is those injuries. Here we go. Here's brutal hell because I joined so late, and then the Corgi, we're running this all the way down. Like, this is why I joined the slow draft. Like, I want to go slow. A lot of badges. There's 4, 5, 6 badges in here. I like it. I like it. We're running this one all the way down, boys. Need to squeeze out as much time as possible. And we're talking about training camps coming up. I actually do like the edge of these tournaments closing, and you're gonna have training camp start next week. So, little information edge there. We're gonna grab every little edge possible. Let's see, what are the other ones? We already did our Greyhound. Sprint, I wanna get definitely a few more sprints in there. Puppy 2 is filling so fast, I'll probably only do, like, 20. The Dalmatian. This is probably tomorrow night's stream. We'll rip a Dalmatian. Just such a fun contest. I wonder last year, was it different? I'll have to ask Drew. I mean, I could check in my results, but I wanna say, was the final a little bigger? Like, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 8? Is this what changed? Was it 1 out of 6, like 1 out of 6? Trying to remember. The 23 seed final, so small, so small. And we were in the Greyhound final last year. Achan got us 2.5 points. Thanks, bro. And this was a 53, and this was very fun to be a part of, right? Like, I think we finished 1,500, so, like, 18th, 16th, something like that, and, yeah, it's just so small, you anything can happen, and the prizes are still pretty big. That's the best part. That is the best part. Slipped in. You guys probably saw it. Rack and Willie in the 2 hole. What's up, baby? Mm, that's all I recognize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 badgeless. All right. Underdog's alive and well tonight, boys. Oh god. It's what do you mean? I might change my pick. What if he gets hurt tying his shoe? What if he gets hurt? Uh, the underdog authority knew me. Knew me, bro. Oh, god. Pick 6. I would I would who's getting all these 101s, man? My percent just goes down and down and down. Who's getting all these? Ah, alright, let's turn this on Best Ball Mania here. Wow, you're gonna give me Barkley at 5? Like, play ball. 3 3.9% Barkley and BBM because we were just slamming the Jefferson pick at 11%. It's not even like I have that much Bijan. I'm under on Bijan. I'm under on I'm under on all top 5 picks except for Jefferson. We have time. We have we have time to run into a heater. Variance will come back around. Starting not to believe here. Starting not to believe. All right. Let's go ahead and let's pull up the combo tool. So with our Barkley, we only have what 2 teams, so it doesn't even matter. Like if we had volume on and if we were at 6, 7, 8, it would matter a lot more. Honestly, 2 teams, I'm not worried about it. I'm just gonna get my guys. And even then, I'm using it to split decisions, right? Henry would be interesting. We're not gonna we're not gonna skip out on the double RB star if Henry falls to 19. Doesn't, and now he goes, and now we get punished. JT's on 50%. The Achan Bowers is there too. Let's go Rice here, and let's see what comes back around. Last year it was the same 1 out of 5, 1 out of 8. Okay, thank you, buddy. Yeah, it's a great contest. 4 out of 12 advance. You only get your money back for advancing, and then they put a lot of money in the final, and they put a lot of money up top. It does not drop. You come out in 3rd, you're very happy. 4th, you're happy. So even 1st to 2nd, and I got lucky. Like the way the tournament that I finished 2nd in, usually 2nd place is half of 1st. It was higher, right? So it went from 30K to 20K instead of 30K to 15. And that's a very similar type contest where Dalmatian goes from 30K to 20K. It's pretty wild that finishing 2nd in a $5 tournament paid out as much as the Dalmatian, but there was 67,000 in that one. This makes sense, but it's like you don't know which one. You don't know which one you're gonna hit, boys. That's why you stay drafting. Stay drafting. Jacobs, JT, Chase. Yeah, Chase and JT is a cheat code for sure. For sure. All right, let's see what these dudes do. All right, 2 badgeless coming up. What's it gonna be? Where did Hill go? I didn't even see him go off the board. Oh, he went at 20. Interesting. Okay. Marv goes. This is if McBride's here. We're just going McBride. Or we can pull up Allen and make it work. Yeah, I'm tempted to just go McBride. We're getting away from a lot of chalk with this start, with no Cincy piece. We're getting away from a lot of chalk. The fall on Barkley now, I wanna say this is probably not unique at all, just due to them both falling. They both they both pretty much line up 4 and 26. They line up, like, exact. But for me, I mean, even if we turn this off BBM, I'm just curious. I have no Barkley and Rice, which is interesting. It looks like I only have 2 teams of Barkley and McBride. So I'm getting off the chalk myself. Because look, with my Barkley McBride start, I have T. Higgins on both teams, and Burrow is on both teams. Going away on a Cincy chalk here, like going McBride plus two others. This is for my own portfolio, and this is for a majority of underdog drafters pulling in that Cincy piece with McBride. It's gonna be one of the more common ownerships, in my opinion, for this contest. It might not be a bad thing, though. It might just be one you need. That's the other argument is, like, that game is very fun to target, in my opinion, and that's why we have it correlated so much. We also only have 5.5% chase, so you gotta make it work. I find it pretty tough to go Ted over DK. Like, even if we have him ranked ahead, like, man, I get it. Like, I get it, the fun, shiny new toy, but it's DK and a bunch of tight ends. Like, that's Pittsburgh. That's Pittsburgh. This should be fun on the way back around. We'll see what Rakamoli does. I think there's only 1 pounder in this room too, which we love. Like, we absolutely love. We absolutely Marion Hampton. Yeah. Wow, K-Walk 45. Get your guys. I agree with the Hampton pick. I mean, I hope Najee's okay, but you have to bump up Hampton right now. Yeah, Waddle or Pickens been sick. I like what Rakamoli did there. Marion Hampton plus Pickens. Yeah, all the receivers going off that we want, getting punished right now. Deserve it though. We deserve it. Now we have to recover. Now we have to recover. We're getting so much Kamara too. Like, what happened? Like, what happened? Glad we got ahead of it. He goes Ridley. Is this where we just say F it? I think this is. I think this is. We'll go Hurts and Barkley. I mean, pick 54. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I can't let him slip. I know this is most likely negatively correlated, but you could have a situation where both have a big game. So I'm not overly worried about it. I would like to target very heavily Goddard for our tight end too and stop it too there. So that's gonna be the goal. Would Barkley get 2 or 3 receiving touchdowns? He had 2. My goodness. Like, we're locking in 20 plus touchdowns on the ground here between the two. I'd say one of the better arguments for doing this with Hurts and Saquon is ping-ponging weeks, but we'll see. A lot of buzz about, like, last year's game scripts for Philly versus potentially this year's with closer games, which might lead to Jalen Hurts having to throw more. I'm not overly convinced. I think they can still dominate good teams and get out to leads where they're just running out and controlling the clock, like, that's Philly's game, and I do think he will end up throwing more, but I don't think it's gonna be enough that it's, like, makes me wanna get off the Barkley click here even at pick 6. The biggest risk to Barkley, like, not producing is an injury, like, that's really the only thing in his way. That's the only thing, which is the same for every running back in the first round. We are gonna need to make a comeback at receiver here. There goes Godwin. Okay, let's start it out. Odunze falls to 67. That's a pretty good start. It's a pretty good start. We will take that. So Hurts, Barkley, Rice, DK, O'Dunes, and McBride. Is this going to be a last pick Elijah Moore? Bring in the week 17 here. Washington as well. If we slip out on, if we don't end up getting Goddard, we can go for Zach Ertz for the week 16. Stop with McBride and Ertz. I'm okay with that as well. It's just so interesting how Arizona doesn't bring in a pass catcher. Like, what's that say? Besides they needed help at other positions, like, that is leaning pretty heavily into year 2 Marv, into McBride. I know Nick wants me to say Michael Wilson is I'm not. I wanna believe. I wanna believe. I wanna believe. Here with Hurts, though, we need to catch up we still need to pack on receivers, but we also need to catch up at RB. So, taking a break, although I love Kyler, I love pairing him with McBride, I think we have to chill on QB even in that range. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Addison goes at 77, like, that's, like, post-suspension, he doesn't even go that far. Uh, we'll bring in the week 17. Judkins, DK. Also, Buffalo piece will correlate with Cleveland and our Philly week 17. So, get a little extra easy from a Buffalo piece on this team. God damn. Oh, god damn. Addison there at 78, but this dude just couldn't resist. Now, does he make the mistake and continue to draft receivers, or does he stop here? 'Cause I am stopping. Jefferson, Hill, JSN, JMO, Ridley, and Addison. I am stopping. You could calculate a 3-game suspension. I don't care. You're good. A lot of the times, though, especially new to best ball players, will make the mistake of putting too much capital in receiver. We'll see what happens. Yeah, let's say he gets that 3-game suspension. I think he goes right where he went and maybe even a little earlier. But, like, right in this 76 to 78 range feels about right. So it would have been nice to finish her there in BM where I think he should be going. Look at that. Jalen Hurts and Jefferson, 35%. Glad we got off that. That's crazy. That's way too much. correlated to a first round receiver that is not correlated at all. Yeah, is this where Josh Downs comes and saves our whole fantasy lineup? I don't think so, but we have to click him anyways. I don't think so. God. Yeah, I spoke about this a little earlier, but, like, Addison is someone that I'm taking at ADP in the contests that are gonna fill. Like, the contests that fill in a week or 2, like, we're not getting a suspension, like, I'm just gonna take him at ADP because first off, I love the dome game against Detroit, and I think Addison's just a really good player, but his ADP seems like it's kinda halfway baked in, not all the way. There's a couple guys he can slip behind like Judy, but I'm sort of okay eating that 3-game suspension. If he ends up being a negative advance rate player because he misses a few games, I don't care what my advance rates show, like, I want the strongest team possible in week 17 for the playoffs because 'cause you're only gonna have a few teams. You're not gonna have fucking 100 teams, right? Like, depending on how many you do, and 3 years ago when I started playing tournaments on Underdog, I started with the full year of cash, and the next year I mixed in tournaments. I had 12 finals teams in, like, 166 tournament drafts. It was stupid. It was the year Christian Watson was a rookie. We had a shit ton of Watson and Dobbs, and Watson went off in the playoffs. He went off. But, like, the next year, I, like, tripled my tournaments, and it doesn't mean you're getting the triple the amount of finals teams. It's best ball is one hell of a game. Dude, he went another receiver, and this is what I'm talking about, like, when does he stop? When does he stop? Right now, he's hurting us, which which sucks. It sucks. Give us Higgins here. Okay, we're feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. We're back. We're back. We're lively again. We're lively. I'm not used to really drafting in the middle here. Good range for RB on the way back around, and we're drafting a pretty balanced team. After this next pick, I'm gonna feel a lot better about it. Barkley, Kushan Judkins, same bye week here. Luckily, these guys, no one's a bye week 9, so we don't really care all that much. The next one's Rashad White and then Braylon Allen, so we don't really have to worry about bye week 9, which is nice. Dobbins off the board at 108. Someone that if this dude continues to get good coach speak, he will still fly up the board. Just amazes me how many people counted him out, and now they're trying to catch up on their exposure, which, like, mine's just falling and falling and falling, but we're still at 10%. Let's go to the overlay here. If you guys don't already have the draft tools at bestballoverlay.com, the biggest edge in best ball. Let's upload the portfolio data. Curious what dude, my average pick on Dobbins is still 170. Jesus Christmas, and we're at 10%. That's how you smash out the gate. Oh, man, I wanna do so many things here. What's the main thing we wanna do? It's probably RB. Yeah. The 21% Stevenson and 2% Najee, I mean, yeah, then you get the fireworks injury and shit, but, like, we'll take any bit of luck we can get here, boys. We'll take any bit of luck we can. Stroud. Just want to make sure I'm doing not too much Stroud. This actually looks pretty well balanced. I'm doing a shit ton of Kyler, which 21%. But that's nice. Not too overweight on any two QBs there. Up in 6 picks. Spears off before Stevenson. So disrespectful. That's so disrespectful. That's crazy work. That's absolutely crazy work. Christian Kirk off. This feels good. As long as we I was gonna say Barkley, Judkins, Charbonnet. We could just pivot here to tight end, but hold off. Is Burden gonna come back to us at 126? And then we want it Goddard. So if we chill on tight end here and we go Goddard at 139, it's like ADP, right? That's at ADP. Yeah, exactly at ADP. So what are we doing instead of tight end? It would be Burden. Double Chicago. Not that I hate it all that much. Let's say F it. Let's not go Goddard. Let's bring in Kraft, someone I'm trying to get a little more of anyway. Get the week 16 mini with O'Doones and Kraft. I don't love the double stack there with Chicago. Soft tissue injuries. We don't have Caleb. Don't really want to reach out for in that spot. If I'm being honest, the best pick on the board there was probably Goff for advanced rate purposes, but uncorrelated Goff in the situation just didn't seem too optimal, in my opinion. Love goes at 124. Love with anybody? I didn't think so. Weird. Yeah, that was an odd one. Goff goes at 132 to the Amon-Ra team. Crazy work, Terry. Jane Daniels, 12 spots. Absolutely cooking right now. Nice little value there. Cedric Tillman at 135. Someone knows ball. Someone knows ball. Give me Stroud. Come on. Come home to Papa. Come on home. Come on home. And then we'll be done. We'll be done at QB. All right, we need help. We need help at RB specifically. We need to catch up. Barkley, Judkins, Charbonnet, kind of a pseudo elite. It's not really a double anchor with Judkins is 70, 78, but a pseudo double anchor, I guess. The thing is, like the coach speak coming out of Cleveland seems like they want to make him the bell cow. Which, if that happens, he'll be good for his ADP. I don't think he'll absolutely smash, but he'll be good for his ADP. Still a lot of risk with some of the Cleveland pieces, in my opinion. But yeah, Colson Loveland in the 140s. Jesus. Wow. Likely over Colson Loveland, huh? Wow. I can't get there. Appreciate you, Dirty P. I did it anyways. This is the second draft. I did it for the boys. You guys want to see another draft? Go down and slap the like on the live stream. the subscribe button if you guys enjoy the live streams as well. Keeps me coming back more and doing more drafts for you guys. We'll be doing some $100 drafts here soon. There's the run at tight end. Wow, what a double click. Laporta, Loveland, and Ferg. I don't know if he could have afforded to do that based on the way he's built his team with 4 receivers, but yeah, that would have been stronger if it was different structure. We'll take it. Oh, dear God, please. There's 0% chance. This guy's got 4 receivers, man. There's no way. I was like, "There's no way this guy's not going to get. There's no chance." Tyler Algier here is just I don't care how many clickbait movies that Davis Maddock makes on Jaden Blue. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it. We'll go probably the highest upside, handcuff if there's an injury to the number 1. It's not Jaden Blue. I don't care if it's Miles Sanders or Javonte that ends up being the number 1 there. One of them gets hurt, like, Jaden Blue's not the 18 carry t he's not. He's the fumble on 7 touches type. But maybe one of those goes for a long touchdown. So it's just stack Atlanta and you win money, dude. Their playoff schedule is insane, huh? Let me pull in the week 15 here. At Tampa Bay, at Arizona, home against the Rams, dome game, Tampa. Like, they're chilling. They they're chilling. Atlanta pieces are they feel good. I agree with you there. I agree with you there. Jalen Wright goes off. I definitely have a blind side to Bigsby. Like, I'm just basically ignoring that he's on the board at all times. I'm trying to figure out what's going on in Jacksonville, and I have an inkling that if all 3 RBs are on this team by the trade deadline, I don't know if anyone's gonna smash based on ADP. I don't know if I see anyone smashing or if they really find a way to use all 3 on Jacksonville, which is, like, the worst case scenario. You're hoping, like, ETN gets moved, but it could be pretty gross. Just notice you have 0 sharps through 102. Yeah, it's interesting, like, they get Damian Martinez in what, 7 because of character flaw issues, like some criminal shit or, like, was it domestic related? Not 100% certain. All I know is, obviously, it's not great, but, like, Damian Martinez, the prospect, we all liked him. I mean, you were doing big board content, you were doing the big board drafts, or up to date with content, I should say. We all liked him. Is that a little risky for Sharps? I mean, you look at the capital and you say absolutely not based on Sharps' capital. K-Walk's also very injury prone. Charbonnet steps into an RB1, like, every week RB1 role when K-Walk goes down, so he is still one of those top handcuffs still, in my opinion. So, yeah, I'm maybe a little heavy. I'm at 15.7%, but, I don't know if I could be at 0 on him with the risk like K-Walk, the risks that he carries with getting injured every week. Wanna know what's hard? Drafting in the middle of the board and trying to find a spot to go grab a beer in these 20-second rooms. This is this has become increasingly harder, Underdog. I do kinda like I don't know, has there been any drama about them getting rid of the 30-second clocks? Because I don't remember seeing any, but I'm sure not everyone's happy, and this guy just gives us out appears because you can't go receiver, sir. You absolutely cannot go receiver, and you probably couldn't have gone tight end there either, but you still did. You still did, didn't you? Alright, we'll bring in the double stack in Indy. Gross, kinda gross. We could at least admit it. Rice, DK, O'Dunes, Downs, Higgins, Pierce, McBride, Kraft. I mean, at least you're at least guaranteeing yourself for someone getting an 8-point game. There's the upside case. Yeah, shit on your own team, like, you're a loser. When you have Chase, you can push receiver, like, when you draft heavy RB. Yeah, honestly, you can sort of do whatever you want this year. The RBs are pushed up, so that like the one spot did, he goes double tap, here RB, goes Waddle, Sutton, which I'm cool with. It's this long ass break that he took in between that like, yo, you don't you don't have those guys like that to get your wide receiver 4 in round 10 and then take another 3-round break at receiver and go bash. So, it all depends how you build it, right? And I like to think of it as not only, like, building teams back to front, but just having a mindful idea of, like, who goes later and what are those pockets? What do those pockets look like? When I get to pick 140, who's there? What does my team need? Is it going to match? And making drafting so it does match, you're hitting these strong points in the draft. That's what I mainly try to do. Like, end of the draft. Do you wanna be drafting tight ends? Yes, I don't mind that. This might be when we're done at RB. This feels good. This feels good. We go get into here, done at RB. Receiver to end. Receiver to end. We don't need a third QB. Plenty of capital. Stroud actually goes in a decent spot nowadays in the 130s. We got some pretty good value on Hurts. I think 54 as well. Like 2 rounds after Allen and Lamar. Like, come on, 17 picks after JD. We got the best value on our QB1. Even Barlow's at 64 uncorrelated. Like Mahomes went at 75. That's on the earlier end for him too. He's 85. I'm feeling really good about this specific room, our QB value with our first pick. We'll see. Double tap at receiver, and we end up with the 2-6-8-2. Stroud Hurts, McBride Kraft. This might be. Let's see what Rack and Willie does. I know, dude. I know. 2 boys, man. 2 boys. One's 6 months old. One's just after. One's older than 2. So just been playing dad, man. That's all. Just been playing dad. Not slacking. Still drafting. Josh is still crushing it with the overlay updates. This one's coming soon, where it's gonna filter by average pick to help you see your combos with the players in that range as you go. Hoping the next update will be, like, filter as you go, so when they get drafted, they'll just come off the board. I'll just be like, I see it as, like, a checkbox option, but that'll be sick. That's gonna be released soon. Yeah, this is just I don't love the Thornton pick here, but do we lean into it for the week 16? Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it because we're gonna pull in another receiver too. Alec Pierce, Thornton, you're hoping he's like a pseudo Alec Pierce, who's just a speed burner type guy. Back-to-back dome games, like, yo, my whole team's just, like, based on dome games. We got Houston Pete's, Vegas Chargers, Alec Pierce, San Fran, Jacksonville, Dante Thornton, Houston Giants. Am I am I a dome game stan right now? Am I a dome game stan? No way. No way, right? Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Congrats, man. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, Diggs is still my highest. He's in the 30%. I think he's the only player I have in the 30s right now. Also feels pretty good for me to get away from the AD click in this one and actually get the other 2 players in that offense. 'Cause I'm going very, very heavy on the AD click, 5.9% downs and 7.8% Pierce. So, downs, I just don't know if he's the team savior. Like, he's like the guy you click when you need a receiver. He's just the one, like, waving at you. Doesn't make it right. Let's bring in our second Elijah Moore share here. Our week 17 bring back against Philly. The piece you need. The piece you need. Yeah. Right here. Sub to the overlay. Biggest edge in best ball. Click the link. Promo code Pounders 25% off. Just over the price of one BBM. You can also manage your portfolio as you draft. Like, how many drafts do you do in a month? Completely worth it by the limited amount of cancellations we have. Like, so small. So, appreciate everyone that's been using it, and all the feedback we've been getting has been very positive, and, also shout out to Josh, just putting updates every single day. Underdog put out the UI update, which awesome, looked great, but it messed with our draft tool. Josh fixed it, recoded, fixed, pushed out. Just crazy. The customer service for a two-person team. I don't wanna brag. I don't wanna brag. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. We're happy. Alright, boys. That I think we're gonna wrap it there. We're gonna come back tomorrow for 2 Dalmatians, $200 drafts. We'll see if we can get both to fill, but we'll at least do 1. That was BBM, that's it, 51, huh? I thought okay, no, alright, we're at 53. Alright, cool. I'll tag these when we're off stream. Appreciate you guys showing up. You guys enjoy the content. Drop the like on the way out. Hit the subscribe button, and we will catch you on the next one. Pounders.